just had some dots connect. And I feel like I just need to say it out loud. Today, Jim Crush and I talked. And it was the first time since, he was mad. He came in and I asked him, it's like, hey, how are you? And he told me he's fasting, so he's hungry. I asked him how long, and, we talked about, he's doing like, I think he said 12 or 18 hours, something like that. Talked about fasting a little bit, how I'm actually better after a couple days rather than intermittent fasting. I stay hungry when I'm doing intermittent fasting. We talked about fasting, and I asked him how his 7-day split was going. Because right now, while he's on his cut, he's doing 7 days in the gym. And one of them's like cardio and core. So it's not exactly as intense as the others, but it's not intense. It's still exercise. While fasted on 7 days a week, that's intense for anybody. So I asked him how that was going for him, because I'm struggling. 6 days I can manage, but that 7th day, that active recovery day where I'm doing walking and yoga, has been really difficult for me to maintain. I told him that. I was like, I'm having trouble with it, because like that 1 day a week, I just like, I wind up like dead and I need to rest. And he told me like not to burn out, which is good advice. And 1 day is not the end of the world. It's not going to fuck you up, I think is what he said. But then he said he thinks I can do it. And I was thinking about that, because my response to him was, I'm a Taurus. I don't quit anything. And I don't know why I said it like that, because there's 100 other ways I could put it. I never give up. I don't stop, There's nothing I can't do. I've got 100 things that I've told myself and have been true over the last 2 years, but I never quit anything isn't exactly true. I quit other things. Things that aren't good for me. But that's what I said. I said, I don't quit anything. I'm a Taurus. And I think, if memory serves, he's an Aquarius. Don't quote me, but I think. And I didn't realize that until just now, because I was thinking about the last thing I said. And if he's an Aquarius, what is that? The water bearer, right? What is the water bearer? The water bearer is the star. What does the star represent in my deck? The crest of hope. That we have been thinking about him in context with. We have been directly associating him with that card. And I don't see it popping out right now, so maybe I'm not supposed to grab it. But there's no coincidences. I'm seeing the 2 of Cups. There's no coincidences that I associated the crest of hope with him. And then the water bearer pops up as like a random thought here. I got a strength confirmation for this message, by the way. But I think it's bigger than just him believing that I can work out 7 days a week. Either A, he's been watching me, he's been watching the progress, and he knows I can do it. Or B, he's going based on what he's seen at work, which is work ethic maybe, but he would be taking that on faith. And this is the guy that when I get a neck tattoo, he doesn't say anything about it. When I completely change my hair, doesn't make a comment. But he told me he believes in me. In so many words. I drew the Ace of Cups. And you know, blue butterfly. There's the star. I just saw the Wheel of Fortune. I already knew that there's nothing I can't do. But hearing that he thinks I can do it too, it feels big somehow. If you're like me, maybe there's not that many people in your world that root for you. On the surface, anyway. There's people that know that when you mean business, you stand on it. There's people in your world that know that there's nothing you can't do. They know you're unshakable, but that's why they don't need to support you so much. Because when somebody is strong, people don't feel the need to coddle them. People don't feel the need to support them. And it reminds me of this one clip I saw of a girl who said she just wants to be soft. She wants people to treat her with care. And at the end of the day, this back and forth that we've had the last week or two, where I get mad and he gets mad, and suddenly we realize that the other person's hurt and we care. What snapped me out of that go cold moment was because I cared how he felt. I cared that I was impacting him. And I think he cares too. Without insinuating anything other than that fact. I just split to justice, saw the star again. The crests of hope and light are very prominent and prevalent right now. So tomorrow, I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to do the treadmill. And I may not have the weights yet to use my new bar, and I've already disassembled the old bench. But maybe I'll go to the gym on Tuesday and just start working out there until I can get the new weights. This will not disrupt my routine because he's right. I can do this. And I will get there.